Welcome to Focus Elevate. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
In today's fast-paced world, distraction has become the default state. Notifications pop up on our phones every few minutes, emails demand instant replies, and social media is always just one click away. For many people, staying focused on a single task for more than a few minutes feels almost impossible. Yet, if you look at history's greatest thinkers, scientists, writers, and entrepreneurs, one thing they all had in common was the ability to enter a state of deep work, a period of undisturbed concentration where creativity and productivity reach their highest levels. In this video, we're going to explore the science of deep work, what it is, why it matters, and how you can train your mind to stay focused for hours at a time. So, what exactly is deep work? The term was popularized by Cal Newport, a computer science professor and author of the book Deep Work. Newport defines it as professional activities performed in a state of distraction-free concentration that push your cognitive capabilities to their limit. In other words, deep work is when you're fully immersed in a task, without multitasking, without distractions, and without breaking your flow. It's the opposite of shallow work, like answering quick emails, scrolling through social media, or jumping between tasks. Shallow work keeps you busy, but deep work is what actually moves you forward and allows you to produce results of real value. From a scientific standpoint, deep work taps into the brain's ability to focus its limited energy on a single goal. Neuroscience shows that our brain consumes a lot of energy when we're making decisions or switching between tasks. This phenomenon is called attention residue. Each time you shift from one task to another, a part of your attention stays stuck on the previous task, reducing the quality of your focus. Imagine trying to read a book while someone is constantly tapping you on the shoulder. That's what multitasking does to your brain. Deep work, on the other hand, eliminates attention residue by keeping your focus locked onto a single, high-value task. Now, why is deep work so important today? In our modern economy, the people who thrive are the ones who can learn quickly and produce at a high level. Whether you're a student trying to master new skills, a professional competing in a crowded job market, or a creator building something unique, your ability to focus deeply is a superpower. Think about it. Anyone can Google information, anyone can answer emails, but not everyone can sit for 3 hours straight and produce something that's insightful, innovative, and valuable. That's the skill gap that deep work helps you bridge. Let's look at some practical examples. A software developer who spends 2 undisturbed hours solving a coding problem can accomplish more than someone who spends 8 distracted hours checking Slack messages every 10 minutes. A writer who enters a deep work state can produce a chapter in one sitting, while another writer may take days to complete the same work if they keep getting distracted by their phone. Deep work amplifies output and compresses time. It's not just about working harder, it's about working smarter by engaging your full cognitive potential. But here's the challenge: our brains aren't naturally wired for long periods of concentration in today's world. Technology and modern lifestyles have conditioned us to crave constant stimulation. Every ping, buzz, and notification gives us a small hit of dopamine, training us to seek quick rewards instead of delayed gratification. Deep work requires retraining your brain to resist those temptations and embrace sustained focus. The good news is that this is a skill you can develop with practice. So how do you train your mind for deep work? Let's break it down step by step. First, eliminate distractions. This may sound obvious, but most people underestimate how many distractions are in their environment. Turn off unnecessary notifications, put your phone in another room, and create a workspace that's designed for focus. If your environment constantly tempts you to check your phone or browse the web, your chances of entering deep work are almost zero. Consider using website blockers, noise-canceling headphones, or even a dedicated workspace where your only purpose is to focus. Second, schedule deep work sessions. Deep work doesn't just happen spontaneously, you need to carve out time for it. Newport suggests scheduling blocks of time in your day, anywhere from 60 minutes to 3 hours, dedicated solely to deep work. Treat it like an appointment with yourself. During that time, no multitasking, no distractions, just one task that matters most. Over time, your brain will adapt to this routine and learn to switch into focus mode more easily. Third, embrace boredom. This might sound counterintuitive, but boredom is actually an essential part of training your brain for focus. When you're constantly entertaining yourself with your phone or Netflix, your brain forgets how to tolerate silence and stillness. Practice spending small periods of time without distractions, maybe while waiting in line or during a walk. This strengthens your focus muscle, making it easier to stay concentrated during deep work sessions. Fourth, use rituals and routines. The brain loves consistency. If you always do your deep work at the same time of day, in the same environment, with the same setup, your brain will start associating those cues with focus. For example, you might light a candle, put on a certain playlist, or drink a specific tea before starting deep work. These small rituals signal to your brain, it's time to focus. Fifth, leverage flow states. Flow is a psychological state where you're so immersed in a task that time seems to disappear. It usually happens when the task is challenging but still within your skill level. To reach flow, break your tasks into clear goals, remove distractions, and push yourself just slightly beyond your comfort zone. Flow is the ultimate form of deep work. It's when your brain operates at peak performance. Sixth, take strategic breaks. Deep work doesn't mean working non-stop for 12 hours. The brain has natural limits. Research shows that most people can do 4 to 5 hours of true deep work in a day. That's it. After that, your focus and energy drop sharply. So, schedule breaks between sessions. Step outside, take a walk, or do something relaxing. This allows your brain to recharge and prepare for the next round of focus. Another key aspect of deep work is managing your energy levels. Sleep, nutrition, and exercise all play a huge role in your ability to focus. If you're running on 3 hours of sleep and fueling yourself with junk food, deep work will feel impossible. Prioritize 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep, eat brain-friendly foods like whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats, and move your body regularly. A healthy brain is a focused brain. Now, let's talk about the psychological benefits. Deep work doesn't just make you more productive, it makes you happier. Why? Because humans are wired to find satisfaction in meaningful progress. When you complete shallow tasks, like responding to emails, you may feel busy, but you don't feel fulfilled. Deep work, on the other hand, gives you a sense of mastery and accomplishment. It allows you to create something valuable and meaningful, which boosts motivation and confidence. In fact, some psychologists argue that deep work is a form of meditation. They call it working meditation, a state where you're fully present in the task at hand, just like in mindfulness practice. This not only improves performance but also reduces stress and anxiety. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by 100 tasks at once, you focus on one thing, right now, and give it your full attention. To sum it all up, deep work is not just a productivity hack, it's a life skill. It's the ability to resist distraction, control your attention, and channel your energy into what truly matters. In a world full of noise and shallow work, deep work is your competitive advantage. It allows you to learn faster, create better, and achieve more in less time. So, if you want to stay focused for hours, start small. Eliminate distractions, schedule deep work sessions, embrace boredom, and create rituals. Train your brain like a muscle, and over time, you'll find yourself able to dive deeper and stay focused longer than you ever thought possible. Remember this: the future belongs to those who can focus deeply in a distracted world. Make deep work your superpower, and you'll not only get more done, but you'll also build a life filled with purpose, mastery, and fulfillment.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends.